Hey guys, it's Rachel here. Welcome back to another video. Now, Sony said they were going to come out with an announcement, I think June 5th, but due to the whole protest and, COVID-19 coming out, kind of delaying everything, which is fine. I don't think anyone will kind of receive any PS5 information with everything that's going on with the news and everything being crazy. So I just wanted to talk about this whole argument between the PS5 not being compatible with the PS4 games and Xbox making the Xbox One compatible with the Series X games, the whole crossover thing. So the thing is with that, like, I have a PS4, okay? So I'm not expecting my PS5 to have games that are compatible for the PS4, it's kind of backwards. Like, I want my PS5 game to play PS4 games. I'm not expecting my PS4 to play PS5 games, because if it's going to be that way, then I might as well just keep my PS4. Then why would I get a PS5? It would just seem like a kind of like a production waste of getting a PS5 if the games that are going to be made for it you can just play on your PS4. No one's going to buy a PS5 then, unless you just want the enhanced hardware. And it's just backwards to me. Like, I don't expect to, like, I want to advance my technology. So when I play a PS5, it's supposed to be like enhanced graphics, enhanced sound, enhanced controller, enhanced adaptive triggers, enhanced everything. So I feel like it would be a disservice for them to make this great PS5 console itself just for them to make games that you can play on your PS4. I feel like that's kind of going backwards, in my opinion. So I'm not really a fan of PS5 games for the PS4. I would prefer if the PS5 could just play all 4 generations of games, like the PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4. That way you could still keep your older games, because this PS5, as powerful as it can be, can play all 4 generations. I'm not really interested in having my PS4 play PS5 games. I'm just like, then I might as well just keep my PS4. Why would I waste and get a PS5 that would clearly be $500? I would just keep my PS4. And it would just be like, would it even play the same? Would even the graphics be the same? Would it even sound or feel the same? Because if they're promising all these great things for the PS5, and we already know how the PS4 works in terms of, everything. I don't know. I just don't see the point. I know Microsoft is planning to make the Xbox Series X games for Xbox One. So the thing with that, they're just trying to, I guess, brag that their graphics are about the same, if not more, like, equal in terms of graphics and gameplay. So there's not really much of a difference. So you can play Xbox Series X games for Xbox One on both consoles, and they're both the same, and it's still just as good. So I mean, with that, I'm like, I don't see the point either. With that either, I would just feel like if you want to play the Xbox Series X games, you would play on the Xbox Series X. But unless you're not interested in buying the Series X, you would just purchase the games for it and play on your Xbox One and be like, oh, the graphics are still the same. It's still the same gameplay. It's still the same experience. So either way, you're winning. Either if you buy an Xbox Series X, you're still getting those enhanced graphics. But if you still keep your Xbox One, it's still you're still having the same graphics, the same gameplay. So I mean, I guess it's just up to the consumer. What do you want to do? Me personally, I would rather get a PS5 and just play the most anticipated games, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, Spiderman 2 on this great console, and have it be backwards compatible with everything else. Maybe you would prefer, maybe if you're an Xbox fan, you would just be like, no, I think it's great that they're making Xbox Series X games for Xbox One. That way I can keep both consoles and compare, contrast both, and the graphics are still the same, and woo woo, to Microsoft. So I don't know. Me personally, I think it's just up to you. What do you prefer? Do you think it's smart that they're making these future games compatible with older games, or do you agree that they should just make They should just have this powerful console just be compatible with older games so you can play all of the games. So I don't even know if that makes sense. See how confusing it is? So yeah, that's my thoughts behind it. Obviously, both consoles will do well. I think possibly PlayStation will outsell Xbox, in my opinion. I think Xbox is just trying to prove that, hey, we're not going to make you pay for the same games you own, or our consoles are just as powerful, the older ones to the new ones, they both work the exact same and they're both powerful, and you're getting your money's worth, versus Sony that they're like, no, we're going to keep making new consoles in advance, and that old console is old, we're not going to make it compatible with this one. It's just a new console, a new gaming experience. So I don't know, me personally, like I said, I prefer if the PS5 was compatible with all 3 generations. So far we know the PS5 can play PS4 games, not all of them, but maybe 90%. Probably the popular games like Spiderman, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, stuff like that. And that's fine, I guess. And then if you want to play PS1, PS2, PS3 games, you have to buy a PS1 Plus subscription where you can play these games online and download them and play them. But if you're looking for an all-compatible PlayStation, we still don't have that yet. Xbox has one up on PlayStation with their consoles being able to play older games, which I love. You can play Xbox One games on your 360. I mean, you could play 360 games on your Xbox One and Xbox One games on your Series X, I guess, which is great. I wish Sony would adopt that, but they have not. So it's up to you. But yeah, I guess we'll stay tuned for Sony's announcement. Give me your opinion on the PS4 not being compatible with the PS5 games. Obviously, I don't want to buy a PS5 game to play on my PS4 unless I'm just not interested in buying a PS5. But according to Xbox, they're like, hey, if you want to buy an Xbox and play a game, you can. If you want to keep your Xbox and play the new games, you can. So I guess it just depends on preference and what you think. So yeah, that's it. I didn't want to make this video too long. I just want to keep it really brief about what I felt about this compatibility issue. And it's kind of a turn off for me if PlayStation 4 games play PS5 games. I'm like, I feel like the experience would be worse. I don't know. This is my opinion. But yeah, as the end of the video, thanks if you made it this far. Give this video a like if you agree with me about the compatibility thing, or maybe if you don't, let me know your opinion down below in the comments. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post videos twice a week, Friday and Sunday on my channel, and follow me down my social media so we can keep up with each other. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time for another video.